Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dungeons and Dragons News. I'm Greg Tito. It's good to see you. Do you like my hat? I feel like I've got Midwesterners on the brain here today. I'm also tweeting that we're starting right now, so I'm just going to say we're live with a link and get right to all the Dungeons and Dragons newsness. How are you today? People in the world? Are you enjoying Xanathar's Guide to Everything? It is out now. People can see it. It's for reals. It's a real thing in the world. It's been out, of course, in game stores for a long time. Not a long time, but since November 10th. That's where you can get this here cover, the Xanathar's Guide to Everything alternate cover. You can only get that in game stores, so those of you who have it, kudos to you. It's very sweet. You can still get it maybe in a few select stores now, but you can get this cover also in stores, but it is now available everywhere today in online, every book channel, other places where you don't normally get Dungeons & Dragons stuff. You can get that here now in all those places and all those worlds. It is amazing. One thing I tweeted over the weekend, but it's still kind of crazy to me, the Amazon best-selling list. And this is a list for all books, not genre books, not gaming books, all books. Xanathar's Guide to Everything, I think today is currently ranked number 10 in all books. It was at number 7. That's the highest I'd seen it over the last few weeks. It is in the same breath as Joe Biden, Oprah Winfrey, Brandon Sanderson, Diaries of a Wimpy Kid. Xanathar's Guide is in that list, which is crazy to me. So it is a testament to the D&D community, how much you guys have been really excited about this. It's a testament to the folks at D&D Beyond, Todd Kenrick doing all those awesome videos for the subclasses. I think got some really great word of mouth going for how amazing the subclasses are in this book and how many options there are. And it's also just a testament to you guys just being cool people and wanting to consume everything that the Dungeons & Dragons team puts together here for you guys to play with. I think it's great. So thank you so much. Thanks to Danny Hartel for subbing. Thanks, Danny. Good to see you. How are you? Also, Align MC, Twitch Prime. 3 months in a row. Good on you. That's good people right there. Huzzah! And Obo Crazy, yes, hi Lauren, how you doing? I believe Oprah would make an awesome cleric, I'm sure. I always thought of her more of as like a paladin, like a warrior cleric type, but I see where you're going with that. That's totally cool. Makes sense to me. So yeah, that's the big release that's coming out. Of course, Dungeons & Dragons has been supporting everything that has been going on with Xanathar's Guide to Everything over the last few months, including all of our Extra Life promotions. So those was a big drive a couple weekends ago. We played for about 24 hours, 12 hours over the 24-hour period on November 4th. I am looking at a picture of myself on a teleprompter as I'm looking at you, and I can't help but be distracted by this amazing hat, which I will get to in one moment. But I just want to let you know, if it looks like my eyes are wandering, that's why, because I can't stop looking at it. But all of your donations to Extra Life, as well as contributions in getting the Extra Life t-shirts designed by Amy Tanji, as well as the Tortle package and Grung, one Grung Above, we're all very much tied to Xanathar's Guide to Everything and all that, and we really appreciate that. So thank you so much. Still raising money for Extra Life. It doesn't end when we stop talking about it or when we stop doing the gaming on it. It goes up until the end of the year, so please, My Extra Life is still available. I didn't actually reach my goal of raising $1,000, so if you want to do me a solid and still raise some more money for kids, thank you for that. And Hanselman, thank you so much. You're in the chat right now. Yes, I was hands-off, and I did utter Great Perkins Socks as the catchphrase. I think I also had another catchphrase that Nathan Stewart, director of D&D, told me to do. I did it early on by my drunken master, who was also so picked by one of you wonderful folks out in the world who made me do a drunken master in front of a 11-year-old girl who had never played Dungeons & Dragons before. So thank you for that. I tried to be a drunken master without being too overtly drunkenly and just goofy and weird, and I think it worked out. I think it worked out for everyone involved, so thank you for that. So this here hat, one of the awesome things about what we do here at Dungeons & Dragons is we work with different licensed apparel companies. One of them is called BioWorld, and they send out the stuff that they make that we license to them to different retailers and things like that. And they send us what is going to be in stores. We don't always know actually when it's going to be in stores though. That's one of the problems. So this hat, for example, I don't know where you can get it. It's going to be sold eventually somewhere in the next world, and I've reached out to a bunch of people today to try and find out where it is, because I think anyone who's in the cold weather will get a kick out of wearing that hat. It's very warm. I'm not going to lie. You know, on all these lights, it's quite warm, so that's good. You want your dungeon masters to have a hot head, I guess. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Throwing that out there. But it's pretty cool. It has dungeon on the front, as you can see, and then it says Master on the back, as well as a little tag for being a D&D product. I think I still have the thing up here hanging out. This is literally all I know about it. This is a hat. It is a physical item. It is available somewhere at a point in the future. But you can follow me. I'm at Greg Tito on Twitter. As soon as I find out about it, I will be posting it on there as well as letting you guys know here on D&D News before we get to Dice Camera Action at 4 p.m. With Chris Perkins. Basically all of our direct marketing, you guys will find out about where to get this hat. Also, I have another hat to show you, so I'm going to do a little switcheroo. Ready? Watch this. This I'm really excited about, even though it is a flat back, which is not my favorite. So yeah. This is the Dungeons & Dragons logo, our stacked logo, as it's called in the biz, by our, and you can actually still see my eyes, which is kind of crazy, which I needed to lean down. It's got the flat brim, so it's kind of, I like a hat that you can bend, but I'm old, so you know, don't hold that against me. But what's cool about this is, dun, 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 it's got the piece of artwork by Tyler Jacobson that is adorned a conference room here in the Wizards of the Coast offices, as well as the Dungeon Master screen reincarnated. We think it's an awesome piece of art. Tyler Jacobson is amazing. I think he really captured, you know, a red dragon in flight. And as Obo Crazy has said, I should wear both of these at the same time. That's not a bad idea. I'm just throwing that out there. I didn't even think about that, but I'm going to do it because you said it. And I do crazy stuff. All right, all right, now I feel like I'm actually a D&D character at this point. Maybe I'll do this so that you can at least see my face. Oh, there you go. Hey guys, what's happening? You guys can do this too if you can get both of these items at the same time. Again, I don't know where you can get this either. I think it might be through ThinkGeek, which will be available in GameStop areas and things like that. I'm in touch with some of those folks now. As soon as I know, I'll send you the link of where you can get it. But for now, this is all we got. And yes, I am gangsta. You know, you can also go. That's actually better, so you can actually see me, and then you get Dungeon Master in the front as well. Cool stuff. I love just seeing Dungeons & Dragons out there for the world to see. I think I'm going to wear this for the rest of the thing in it. I like it. It's got a little bit of a retro logo feel to this front here. Cool stuff. Thank you. Yeah, right. My hat was over 9,000 with both those hats at the same time. I couldn't hold it up for long. Other cool stuff is going on in the Dungeons & Dragons universe. Of course, Dice Camera Action is coming up at 4 p.m. today. There have been a lot of episodes of Dice Camera Action coming at you hot. We had last Tuesday. We had at PAX Unplugged. They did an episode on Friday. That's available on the PAX channel if you want to check out that episode. We hosted it as well, so is it on our collections too, Pelham? No, I don't think so. Well, we'll be pushing it to YouTube as soon as we get availability on that. Today, Ross O'Donovan is going to be guesting as well. So we'll have all the Waffle crew, including Ross O'Donovan, and that should be amazing. That's starting at 4, so I'll be getting out of here in about, 10 minutes already to make sure Chris has time to set up and get ready to go in here. Other cool stuff that's going on that you may not know about. Have you heard of Beamdog? Do you know what Beamdog is? They are a company that has many former BioWare employees. They have been taking older BioWare RPGs, such as Baldur's Gate 2, Planescape Torment, and enhancing them and making them better for today's computers. The enhanced editions of those games are available on Good Old Games, as well as through the Beamdog store, as well as on Steam. So go check that out. But they have something really exciting that they announced today, which is Neverwinter Nights, the game from the early aughts. I want to say 2004. Is that when it first came out? It is now going to be available on Beamdog as a Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition. They've done lots of improvements to the user interface as well as making it run on current machines. It's going to be pretty awesome. Bioware always does a really, really great job in modernizing it as much as possible while preserving what made those games really fun, including with Neverwinter Nights, which is really cool, the ability to create content and modules within it. So I'm pretty sure that they talked to a few people in that community. The fun thing about Neverwinter Nights is that people never stopped modding and creating stuff for it. It was a good framework for fledgling Dungeons and Dragons, as well as just RPG designers for CRPGs to test their chops. You could create modules within it and use it as a calling card for game writing, as well as just getting your first design abilities out there. It's pretty cool stuff. You'll be able to do that with Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition. Go check out Beamdog right now. I believe we hosted their stream earlier today, so with more information on it, but it'll all be coming out on there as well as in the weeks to come. I believe it actually will be available very soon. I want to even say December, if not in the next little while. Go check that out. Pelham was good at person. He put it in the chat there too, so make that happen. Oh, and you can load up any old save files you have, really? I didn't know that. Nice. Pelham is rocking this today. Thank you. That's a good information. So if you have a game that you haven't finished yet in Neverwinter Nights that you want to finish, you can load it up in the Enhanced Edition. That's pretty cool stuff. I don't think they've offered that with any other Enhanced Edition, but it's out there, and it's going to be a thing that is happening. So good on you. I also wanted to give a shout out to an awesome person on Twitter. I talked about a couple of months ago now. I lost my miniatures, my Dungeons & Dragons miniatures, as well as my dice, just kind of a collection that I've had for a long time. I didn't realize how sentimentally I was attached to those things until I didn't have them anymore. They were taken out of my car. They didn't break into my car. I must have just left it unlocked and or open. Who knows? I have kids. You're absent-minded sometimes. Things like that happen. All that stuff was gone, including my Netrunner card collection, but hopefully I got some of that back. And people have been really great about giving me dice, sending them to me, as well as miniatures, which just really touched my heart. I thought it was really amazing, that heart-pouring of love and sentimentality. Some people sent me stuff that they were sentimental about, which was really cool. One of those things, which I've got recently, and this is from Rob Peddle, a guy I met at HasCon in Rhode Island. He sent me this, which is an old, can you see it? There you go. It's an old box set of fantasy miniatures, essentially. The original box, he told me he got it in 1984 and treasured it for a long time, never quite got around to painting the metal miniatures, but it's pretty awesome, and I want to show you some of them just because I think they're really cool. If I can keep that going there too. Here, you'll be able to see. Magic users and clerics were most of these, and I think those are underserved. This is a metal guy, almost looks like a halfling with a cool staff. This one almost looks like more evil-like in this staff. Yeah. What's the best way to show these off? Okay. Pelham's gonna make it happen, guys. And again, we'll be out of here in a couple minutes. Trust me, we got more. These are too cool not to see. If I put them down, is that better? Not really. Is it better holding them up? Okay. These are cool. I like that they're half. I guess they're not really halfling, but they kind of just feel like that to me, and how they're looking. Here is, of course, a different kind of wizard, and I like too because it wasn't just like, oh, here's wizard. Here's a whole bunch of different ones. Here's a sorceress there. As well as, here's one more of a martial one that has like a mace and a shield, maybe a cleric in there. And this one's cool because it's got like an actual backpack, which is pretty awesome. Really cool stuff, and I really appreciated that Rob. Oh, and here's one that he's got his spell book under his arm there on the left. Well sculpted miniatures from a company. I think there's actually one from TSR that got mixed up in here. But these were not ones that were created for. Here's the one from TSR. That was the one that I showed earlier. And then here are some of the halflings and stuff. Oh yeah, here's a gnome illusionist, or at least that's what I would play with this guy as an illusionist. Pretty cool. So if you are like me and nostalgic about older miniatures like this, WizKids, one of our partners, just came out with another line of miniatures that are throwbacks. Essentially, they're still plastic. They're pre-painted miniatures. Oh, is Jared holding something up? Hot mic. Mike is hot. Got it. I don't know what that means. Maybe that just means this is too hot for him. Is it too hot for you? I don't know. Maybe he'll tell me. Hi, Jared. This is one of those crazy things where, or maybe it was Anna's was a hot mic. Hard to say, really. What's going on? Oh, hi. Mr. Perkins is getting ready to set up very soon. But back to what I was talking about, the WizKids thing. It'll be out in December in game stores, so go check it out. It is basically a miniature line of pre-painted plastic miniatures that are throwbacks to some of the older designs. So the old Demogorgon is in there, as well as Richard Witters, our concept artist, did a lot of work on some of the older depictions of orcs and some other things. You might see it on his Twitter page. I'd suggest you go follow him and do that too. But there's a lot of great miniatures out there, so look in your game stores in the coming weeks to see those. Good stuff, definitely from older eras, and I like that too because the style of miniatures has changed over the years, and there's something about these old evocative images that really comes back to me. So cool, go check that out. Tales, yeah, so Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms has an event going on. We've been talking about that for a bunch. Feast of the Moon event is now live. It goes through Tuesday, November 28th. You can get through that event a new Turtle Druid champion by the name of Grama. Good stuff there. For those of you who don't know what Idle Champions is, it's a game in which you send out your adventurers from the Forgotten Realms out on missions, and they do their thing. They kill monsters, they collect loot, all in real time. So there's a lot of strategy in optimizing it all happening, but you can walk away and they'll continue to earn loot and stuff over time. And it's free to play. It's up on the early access on Steam right now, so I suggest you go check that out. It's not a big investment in time, so it's one of those cool, fun things that you can get some lore and stuff going on. I think there may be cheese served at the Feast of the Moon, but I'm not 100% certain. I can't say that about that. Ink Gypsy, the minis are a new WizKids product that's coming out this December, so you can go check those out. They're not quite these old metal ones, but they're in that same vein of older throwback ideas about WizKids, so good stuff in there. Carmagen, I was talking about Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. It's on early access on Steam. You can check that out. All right, well, I guess I went through a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to be taking a bit of a break over the course of Thanksgiving. That's this Thursday here in the States. There still will be a Misclicks episode tomorrow, as well as High Rollers Dead Reckoning will also be going tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Misclicks is at 4 p.m. There will be no One Grung Above tomorrow. But Maze Arcana Sirens of the Realms will be tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific time, right after Dice Camera Action. We are taking a bunch of other stuff up on Thursday, obviously. And on Friday, Tales from Candlekeep will be doing their slot at 1 p.m. Pacific time, as well, I think, at 5 p.m. Pacific time. They will be doing 2 slots on Friday, so you can get your fix in there. And I believe still Roll20 presents Two of Annihilation. We'll be doing that on Friday at 2 p.m. as well. So look for Dungeon Master Adam Coble, Distracted Elf, Andrew Gillis, Dave the Human, and Blue Jay. They will be playing through Tomb of Annihilation on Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific time also. And then we're back to kind of a somewhat regular schedule on Saturday and Sunday. So return to Encounter Roleplay, return to Heroes Graveyard. Maze Arcana Orphan Echo will be hosting, as well as Girls Guts Glory with Dungeon Master Kelly D'Angelo at 3 p.m. Pacific time on Sunday. And then I'll be back on Monday, the 27th, doing Dragon Talk. We'll start at 2 p.m. I just talked to Jeremy Crawford. We'll be doing a Sage Advice, but we haven't decided what exactly we're going to be talking about on Monday. So if you have any good ideas, maybe something having to do with Xanathars, or something that you've been wanting to get some discussion about, an aspect of the rules, and Jeremy and I can go over some of that, let me know. That'd be awesome. Okay, well, I think I'm going to sign off here and let Chris Perkins set up. I can see everyone popping in for Dice Camera action. It's very exciting. I can't wait to watch this one with Ross O'Donovan guesting, as well as all of the Waffle crew. Going to be really exciting. I'll see you guys later. Thank you very much. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter to find out about this hat, as well as this hat, and of course any other fun Dungeons & Dragons apparel that I get from the awesome Hillary Ross that will be coming out very soon. All right. Enjoy your Xanathars to Guide to Everything, everyone. And Dice Camera Action will be coming up in about 15 minutes. We're going to play a short ad, or maybe a long ad, actually, as we're getting into this, because those of you with subscriptions, you won't have to watch the ad. You'll be able to watch the webcam of what's happening as we set up in here. But if you are watching right now and you want to throw us $5 a month, you won't have to watch those ads. You get access to really fun emotes. You'll be able to, blame me as much as you want with those emotes. You can make that happen. And of course, the badges for being a long-time subscriber are a big part of that too. But for those of you who already subscribe, feel free to watch us all set up in here. And for the rest of you, you'll watch some brief ads as that goes on. All right, that's it, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.